Hey, good Tuesday morning, my friends. How the heck are you this morning? This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa, and we're talking weather this morning, as we always do. If you're just joining us for the first time ever, we have a MLive, what I call a MLive morning weather update. Fancy name, isn't it? And that is every morning about this time, where you can weigh in and ask questions and throw in some comments too. I have the questions and the comments up now. So let's get started and tell you about this strange ball in the sky. Sorry, hopefully I didn't shock you too much. It's the sun. We're seeing it occasionally this morning. I'll tell you, it has been dark. This is a cloudy place in the winter. Michigan is, and I think we've had more than our fair share of clouds, it looks like. Hey, good morning, Lori King and Bonnie Christensen. Hey, it's been a while. Why, Lori King? You should be here every day with us. A next storm system is different from the storms we've had so far most of this winter. A blowing snow and a colder snow. I'll show you that. And we're going to look at the European model versus the U.S. model. Fortunately, they both are in pretty good agreement. So that gives us some confidence. All right, so we're going to start with the European model. And, okay, pick out some places. Pick out Florida, pick out Texas, and then try to get up and you can kind of see Illinois, then you know where Michigan is. So I apologize. As meteorologists, we put a lot of stuff on a map, and I don't really control it. The meteorologists over time have developed all of these looks, and they don't change except if everybody decides to change them, and that takes a long time. So what you're looking at is the European model. You're looking at the blue lines are basically temperatures below freezing and would support snow, and the red lines above freezing. Then you're looking at the amount of precip, and you're looking at the storm centers, okay? So we'll go through today, and it's dry. And hey, good morning, Jesse Jr. from Wheeling, West Virginia. I've been there, up on top of the mountains, right? Pretty place. Okay, so now we're into Wednesday, and Wednesday has good travel conditions, but look what's happening. Look at the moisture to the south and that grayish line you see to our northwest. The grayish line, that's a full-blown Arctic cold front. Yes, I use the words Arctic. Imagine that this year. The Arctic front will be pretty strong, and it's going to push through, and it's going to latch onto the moisture to the south. So, interesting scenario. We haven't seen one of these in quite some time. Now, we're at Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock. So snow probably just starting in the far south, snow with the Arctic front coming across the UP. And then middle of Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, the two connect. The heaviest moisture with the storm will possibly be just to our south and east. But this configuration right here, Thursday morning, that's a wind-driven blowing snow. It's a fluffier snow that moves around. It's not a heavy, big accumulating snow, but there's also some lake effect in it. And in this configuration, it's been my experience, it's lake effect for the whole state. It's just kind of an injection of Great Lakes moisture into a light snow pattern that envelops the whole state. And it gets windy, and it gets snowy, and it gets slick, and it gets pretty nasty. Hey, Saul. Hey, that's a good name for liking the sun. Sol, right? Means sun. Sol Snellenberger. I like that name. Great. Hey, good morning, TJ Brewer and Leslie Dotson from Grand Rapids. Good morning. So we're at Thursday evening now, and we've got the lake effect snow showers going and the gusts to 30 miles an hour. And then we get into Friday, and it turns to pure lake effect, and it turns cold. And then we go into the weekend, and our next weather system would be Saturday night or Sunday. Remember to pay your snowplow bill, Tyler says, if you expect them to come back, because yes, we will have snow again here in Michigan. Okay, here's a little closer of a look at it for you. This is the European model without all of the lines and everything. So it's kind of more typical of what you expect to see. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Elisa Bird Johnson and Jennifer Ballack. Good morning. Kim Mossbaugh. Good morning. Okay, so Wednesday again. This is midday Wednesday. Good travel conditions. Afternoon Wednesday. Evening, 5 o'clock. Good travel conditions. 7 o'clock Wednesday. Snow starting. Now, look at to the south. That's where the heaviest is projected in the northern half of Indiana, northern Ohio. And then we go into Thursday, and here comes that lake effect that kind of injects the entire weather system, okay? And we're into Thursday afternoon and evening. So Thursday looks like a windy, snowy day to me. Friday looks like a lake effect day to me in the southwest. Maybe your first real kind of snowy lake effect, wind-driven type thing. Let's go to how much, okay? And this is just the total on it on the European. So it's a 6-inch plus snow where it's the heaviest, right now projected just to our south. I don't think the European knows about the injection of lake effect. So I think the European is probably a couple of inches too light on what will happen here in Michigan. I think the GFS, the US model, is doing better at that. Let's look at its surface pattern, okay? Let me get back to the questions here. Let's look at the surface pattern, and it's about the same. Heaviest right through northern Indiana, northern Ohio, and that's what I wanted to show you. Is this is Thursday morning. That's a northeast wind circulating around, drier snow blowing around. Let's look at how much the U.S. model says we'll get, and it's very similar to the European, where that heavy band is to the south, 6-7 inches. It's a couple of inches heavier in Michigan, I think, because it's attributing for 1 or 2 inches of that lake effect injection. So I like this. You know, I'd call it a 2 to 4, 2 to 5 inch snow, wind driven though. You might have bare spots and you might have 6-inch or a foot drifts in places. And one last thing for you, temperatures. We're going to get cold after this Arctic front moves through, but guess what? Only for a day or so. So here's your high temperatures for today. 30s in the south, 20s in the north. Now this is Wednesday, mid to upper 30s. That's not bad for this time of the year. This is Thursday. The Arctic front is coming in, so Detroit might still be 32-ish, and Ann Arbor 32-ish, and Jackson, while Saginaw is through the 27 degree range to Grand Rapids 27, back to the northwest into the UP, highs only in the single digits. Then look at Friday. Wow, cold day. Coldest day, one of the coldest days so far this winter, in the teens for highs, but back up 15 degrees on Saturday into the 30s, and Sunday and Monday. So it's a real cold shot. And again, you know what? It just keeps adding up to me to the fact that, man, if the weather pattern doesn't change much, we're talking about an early spring. Hey, good morning, Mary Farley and Tammy Welter. Love the snow. Where does jet stream come into play? Sam Likakos asks. Let's see. How can I show you that? Let's go back to, let's go back to here. Bear with me a second, and I'll show you. Those of you want to hang on, I'll get to it here in just a second. Jetstream. Let's look at this layer. Okay. Make sure I'm showing up okay here. Yes. All right. By the way, okay, so what you're seeing here is you're seeing upper level winds. 30,000 feet up in the atmosphere. The reds, those are the strongest winds. If you see them over on the right, those are strong winds, 150 miles an hour. I just saw a tweet in the last couple of days. There was a 260 mile an hour jet stream across the North Atlantic, and a jet got into that jet stream using it as a tailwind and got from one location to the other in a record time. So what you're seeing is where the jet stream is strong, that fuels storm systems. And look at where that jet stream is got its streaks strong across the Great Lakes. So this is Thursday, and we've got probably a 200 mile an hour jet stream coming across our area. And then what happens with the next storm? The next jet core comes in. So each one of these storms has a strong jet core with it, and look at where they kind of peak in the Great Lakes and into the Northeast. Thomas Fick, already lilac bushes having buds. In 1979, March 15th, I went to my first son. It was, let's see here, what Sandy's saying. We had winds down to something like 70 degrees. Yeah, okay, so yeah, the point being is the weather can change quickly here in Michigan at this time of the year. So there you have it. We have a weather change coming. Thursday's travel will be hazardous, it looks like. It will be different than what we've had so far this winter. We've had a lot of 30, 31, 32, 33 degree snows. Salt works good. Nothing blows around. This one will be different, okay? This one will have blowy type snow and colder roads. Stan List, what's March looking like temperature-wise, Mark? There's no cold air reservoir, that's extreme. I got to say, if we don't have a ton of snow on the ground as we head into March and we continue in this upper air pattern, it will continue to be warmer than average. There you have it. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. Hey, 1,715 of you strong. Thanks for joining me this morning and sticking with me. You guys must be weather nerds too. And ladies, weather nerds, don't feel bad. I've been one since I was in the 4th grade, and I still am one. I try to get help, but it just keeps coming back. Thanks for joining me. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Have yourself